With half of the top 15 UFC heavyweights being less athletic than a starting pitcher trying to throw to first base, get out of here, Justin Verlander. It makes sense that Ciryl Gane has the potential to bum rush his way to the top of the division after only a few years in the UFC. Starting off as a kickboxer and Muay Thai fighter, Gane brings to the cage an incredibly lengthy jab, a varied and devastating kicking game, and some powerful trips out of the clinch. In a division where Chase Sherman can actually win UFC contests and Derek Lewis has legitimately fought for a title, it's really no surprise that Gane's jab alone is enough to give him real success against many of his opponents. Watch as he feints liberally before stepping in deep with his lead hand. Given his very side-on stance, reminiscent of Wonderboy Thompson,
it's karate. Old school karate.
Gane feels more comfortable stepping in deep with long jabs than a more squared, boxing-centric mixed martial artist would. Sometimes it does get him into trouble, but being more athletic than nearly all of your competition often does help. He consistently rolls under return strikes or raises the high guard to catch the shot, before angling off and continuing to pressure. After the jab has been established, it's then we begin to see all of his other weapons, including loopy hooks and uppercuts, as well as his kicks. His outside low kick is monstrous, but really it's the body kicks that draw the ire of the crowd. Gane is able and very willing to fight out of both stances, so he will often switch to the open stance matchup so that he can get a clear path to the body for the rear kick. Watch here as when Gane lands the open side body kick, Dontel May switches stance and Gane switches with him to keep the option of the open side body kick there. What's most impressive about Gane is his work from the clinch and his ability to cover distance. Gane can use the clinch both defensively and offensively. In terms of defense, he'll often establish a collar tie, however briefly, so he can push his opponent off balance before escaping out to the side. It seems considerably less haphazard than some of his wild rolling, so I'll gladly take it. Offensively, the step-in knees are monstrous. Here, against Pessoa, he grabs the clinch out in the open and smashes in a step-up knee. He did this multiple times against Tanner Boser in the third round of their matchup. Given his height and athleticism, it's just innately difficult for most heavyweights to handle the speed and power of this maneuver. Additionally, Gane's ability to just move around the cage well puts him in good stead against much of the division. With his side-on stance, he can move effortlessly back and forth, and with his check hook from southpaw an effective counter weapon, you can bet there aren't many heavyweights who will be able to effectively flurry in on this man. Given how wild he can be in the pocket, and the fact that his jab is often so committed, Gane is not the infallible French beast that some seem to think he is. But hey, he does have the cardio, athleticism, and the fundamentals necessary to soon find his way into the top 10. Not to mention, he can hit a mean sweep from the clinch. Damn! After 3 cancelled bouts in the past 6 months, he gets the opportunity to fight again this weekend against promotional newcomer Ante Delija, or the man who has fought pretty much everywhere. It should be a good scrap, so make sure to tune in for it. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in more MMA breakdowns like this one, do the usual stuff. Like, subscribe, and tell your mother about me. Thanks guys.